Life doesn't ask for permission. It moves quietly, swiftly, and those who wait for the perfect moment are often left wondering where their time went. You see, the clock is always ticking, not in hours or minutes, but in choices. Every day, you are either building your future or slowly bargaining it away, one distraction at a time. Now, here's the truth. Your life will not change with inspiration alone. It will not change with luck or even knowledge. It will change the moment you master one habit, the habit of control. Control over what? Over the most precious currency you will ever hold, your time and energy. And once you claim that, not tomorrow, but today, your life will begin to change. Not gradually, but overnight. So the question is not, can your life change? The question is, will you take control before the world does it for you? Everyone wants to cross the bridge to success, but very few are willing to build it. And that's the catch. There's no shortcut, no magic carpet, no secret door. There's only the bridge, and that bridge is discipline. You can dream all you want, and you should. I've always said, if your dreams aren't bigger than your current reality, you're not dreaming big enough. But let's be honest, dreams without discipline are just pleasant fantasies. I once met a man who said he had a dream of being financially independent. I asked him, "What time do you wake up?" He said, "Around 10. I said, "My friend, your dream wakes up at 5, and that was the truth. If you don't match the weight of your dreams with the strength of your habits, you'll always fall short. Discipline is what makes a man sit down with his books while others are out chasing distractions. Discipline is what makes a woman write down her spending while others swipe their way into debt." Back when I started earning commissions, I had a choice. Spend it all and look rich, or discipline myself and become rich. I chose to become rich. I lived in a modest apartment, drove an old car, and every month I invested, not just in assets, but in myself. That decision bought me a future that indulgence never could. Now here's the beauty. Discipline compounds. It's not the big moments that shape you, it's the small ones repeated. Skipping the junk food, making the call, finishing the book. That daily effort, invisible at first, becomes the invisible hand that moves mountains. The ancient Stoics used to say, self-control is strength, and I believe that. The man who governs himself can govern his destiny. So if you're standing on one side of your dreams wondering how to reach them, don't look for a miracle. Lay a brick of discipline today. Lay another tomorrow. Keep building. Eventually, you'll walk right into your future. There's a simple truth I learned early in life. If you don't take charge of your day, something else will. And let me tell you, life doesn't wait for the undecided. Either you take command of your time, your habits, your thoughts, or you'll spend your life chained to someone else's plan. It's easy to blame circumstances. It's tempting to say, well, I've got this job, this schedule, this responsibility. I don't have time. But time is not something you have. It's something you take. You claim it. You command it. And if you don't, distractions will claim it for you every time. Back when I was just getting started, I remember waking up late, checking in with the world before checking in with myself, drifting from task to task. I called it being busy, but I wasn't busy. I was being pulled by notifications, pulled by opinions, pulled by everything but purpose. One day, I sat down and wrote a sentence at the top of a yellow pad. Today belongs to me. That sentence changed everything. You see, the chains that hold people back aren't made of iron, they're made of indecision. They're made of hesitation, of saying yes to things that don't serve your goals. I had to learn to say no more than I said yes. I had to protect my calendar like I'd protect my wallet. Because every time you give away a minute to something meaningless, you're handing over your future in installments. A wise man once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You don't need to conquer the world today. Just conquer the first hour. Wake up with a plan. Begin with purpose. And when you do, something shifts. You stop floating through the day and you begin to direct it. You go from being a passenger to becoming the pilot. And the day you take charge fully, deliberately, that's the day the chains fall off. Too many people live their lives by default, like a boat left untethered, drifting wherever the current takes it. They wake up, react to whatever comes their way, and wonder why they never seem to get anywhere. But life was never meant to be drifted through. It was meant to be designed. When I first started out, I noticed something powerful. Successful people don't stumble into their achievements. They build them brick by brick with intention. They don't wait for the wind to change. They set their sails and steer toward their destination. The secret to their success isn't luck or talent. It's that they don't let life happen to them. They make life happen for them. I remember a young man who told me he wanted to be wealthy, but he had no plan. I asked, "Do you know what you want? Do you have a blueprint?" He shook his head. "You can't build a house without a plan," I said, "and you can't build a life without one." Living by default means letting outside forces decide your path, your moods, your distractions, other people's priorities. But to live by design means you get to decide. Philosophers long ago taught that a life unexamined is not worth living. The first step to design is to examine where you're drifting. What habits, what routines are pulling you away from your goals? Then you replace those with choices that serve your purpose. It's not always easy. It takes courage to say no, to cut out distractions, to focus on what truly matters. But here's the reward. When you live by design, you wake up every day with clarity. You know what matters. You move with intention. Your actions align with your dreams. And slowly that drift turns into direction. That wandering becomes progress. You stop reacting to life and you begin to create it. Because in the end, success is not accidental, it's intentional. And the moment you choose to live by design, your life begins to change overnight. One of the greatest obstacles to success isn't lack of opportunity, it's the weight of the unnecessary. I've watched so many people carry around baggage they don't need: old habits, pointless distractions, toxic relationships, and wonder why they never move forward. The truth is, you can't soar with an anchor tied to your leg. To change your life overnight, you have to become ruthless about what you allow into your space. Early in my career, I realized that my time was my most valuable asset. Money could be earned back, but once a minute passed, it was gone forever. I started examining everything that demanded my attention. Was it helping me grow? Was it moving me toward my goals? If not, I cut it out without hesitation. That meant saying no to invitations, turning off the noise of gossip, walking away from distractions that looked productive but weren't. There's a saying from the ancients, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." Spreading yourself too thin, trying to do everything, often leads to doing nothing well. The wealthy, the successful, they understand that their power comes from focus, and focus comes from eliminating everything that doesn't matter. This is not about deprivation. It's about liberation. You free yourself when you stop spending energy on things that drain you. Imagine a sculptor with a block of marble. The beauty isn't just in the carving, it's in the removal of all the excess stone. Your life is the same. You reveal your best self by removing the unnecessary. Every time you say no to something that doesn't serve your mission, you say yes to your future. So, if you want to change your life overnight, start by ruthlessly cutting out what holds you back. Clear your calendar, clear your mind, clear your heart. Make space for what truly matters. Because when you do, your path becomes clear, your steps become sure, and your success becomes inevitable. As we come to the close of this conversation, remember this. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is not luck, talent, or chance. It's the habit of taking full control of your time and energy. It's the decision to no longer drift through life, but to live intentionally. The one habit that changes your life overnight isn't complicated or reserved for a select few. It's the habit of discipline, of saying no to distractions, of starting before motivation arrives, and of moving with purpose every single day. The life you desire is not a distant dream. It's waiting on the other side of this habit. You don't need more hours. You need more focus. You don't need perfect conditions. You need perfect commitment. And it all begins with a choice to take charge right now. So here's my challenge to you. From this moment forward, guard your time as if it were the most precious treasure it is. Say no to what doesn't serve your mission. Say yes to disciplined action, even when it's hard. Build this habit relentlessly, because the moment you do, you will unlock a force within you that no obstacle can stop. Remember, success is not accidental. It's the natural result of habits mastered. Take control today and watch your life change overnight.